Hi guys, Daz here with another episode of my top 20 selling comic books of the week. This time it is episode 206 and today I will be discussing the best selling comic books on eBay for the weekend in the 28th of October 2022. Now since coverprice.com came on the scene, they've become a go-to spot for watching eBay trends on comics, and they scour thousands of eBay sales to culminate data to spotlight the hottest selling books. As always guys, let's find out if you can beat me. It's not difficult, but before we continue, if I could perhaps ask you for a subscription, a like, a share, a comment. Ding that bell for notifications. It really helps out my low grade productions. Happy New Year to you. Let's get into the top 20 guys. Starting in at number 20 on our list is a bit of a modern day grail from 1991. We're getting Hugh Jackman's Wolverine returning in Deadpool 3. Cannot wait for it. Number 20 on our list is the book that started it all for Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool. We're talking of course New Mutants issue 98. This is a book that I will add to the PC eventually. Had the opportunity at a local antique centre for about 100 quid, but it was a 1.8 to a 2.0 at best. I want a nicer copy. I think I'll have to end up paying a bit for it though. This book sold 17 copies, giving it a 7-day trend plus 84% with a high sale CGC 9.8 going for $2,080. Raws in the near mint range on average now set you back 546. I picked up the reprint recently. That will have to do. Number 19 on our list. A year later, we're talking 1992. It is the book that when I think of Image Comics, I think of this one. We're talking Spawn, issue number 1. This has been the biggest seller on my top 20s of all the times I've been doing this. First appearance of Spawn, who is Albert Francis L. Simmons. First appearance of Bill Boglia, Jason Wynn, Wanda Fitzgerald. First appearance of Sam and Twitch, which is interesting. They've been greenlit for their own live-action Netflix show. Pin Up a Pit in this issue, second title ever published by Image Comics. Gorgeous McFarlane work in this. Renewed love, like I said, Tom McFarlane has been recently appearing, doing a lot of CGC signings. And we are getting, of course, a new Spawn movie starring Jamie Foxx. Not biggest Jamie Foxx fan though, sadly. This book sold 24 copies this time round, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 109% with a high sale CGC 9.8 going for $230. Near mints on average now going for $29. That book when I first started doing it was 9.8 you could get for $128. It went as high as about $320. Now it's settling somewhere in the middle. Paid £1.31 for my copy of the legendary Car Boot Tony, which you can see in my YouTube. He's got his own little section, and that was in February 2018. I got that one. Number 18 on our list, and I thoroughly enjoyed the Black Adam movie. It was an 8.5 out of 10 for me. Action-packed, great new characters introduced, and of course it was all about that post-credit scene, wasn't it, where Henry Cavill returned, and everyone got excited, and then James Gunn come along and shelved him. And then shelved basically The Rock as well. And we seem to be getting a new DC reboot, and he wants to start with a new Superman film with a younger version. And I've seen Harry Styles attached possibly. And if that happens, I don't know what, because Henry Cavill was my Superman. But this book is a pretty iconic cover. It depicts Shazam and Superman going into battle against Black Adam, because that's what they were setting up. Number 18 on our list is DC Comics Presents issue 49 from 1982. Always looking for that book in the section. DC Comics Presents, can never ever find it. What numbers did it do, guys? Well, it sold 17 copies, giving it a 7-day trend plus 61% with a high sale CGC 9.4 going for $199. Raws in the very fine range on average now, $62. Number 17 on our list is our first incentive. It's a recent release and it comes from Peach Momoko, and I'm not the biggest fan of Peach Momoko's work, but I did love her Star Wars Yoda cover. This cover as well I don't mind as well. It's a new series and it depicts Spider-Man as a bad guy basically. Number 17 on our list is Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man issue number 1, the Peach Momoko 1 in 25 incentive. Like this cover, but some of her work I think my kids could do. It's a bit wishy-washy sometimes. not saying my youngest boy in particular is a good artist, and my daughter's actually at Cardiff University studying illustration. She wants to go into gaming design. What numbers did this one do? Well, it sold 32 copies, giving it a 7-day trend plus 53%, with a high sale raw copy going for $33. Near mints on average now $20 for that incentive. Number 16 on our list is a book that has been recently optioned, Post-Apocalyptic Tale, and we're talking Geiger. We'll go into that a bit more down the line. But this is the Gary Frank Glow in the Dark variant to issue number 1. And like I said, this is Geiger, guys. Here's your book, Glows in the Dark. I've read Geiger issue 1, and yeah, I do like Post-Apocalyptic Tales. This book sold 27 copies, giving it a 7-day trend plus 142%, but a high sale CGC 9.8, going for $60. Raws in the near mint range on average now $8 for that variant. Okay, number 15 on our list, and Matt Reeves' universe is expanding. We're getting the new Penguin show, which I'm excited for. I thought Penguin in the Batman movie was brilliant, but Matt Reeves has been going forward saying that he's like to use Hush and possibly this character as well. We're talking Professor Pig, who makes a debatable first appearance in Batman and Robin issue number 1. This is a Frank Quitely cover, and it comes from 2009. Professor Pig is Lazio Valentin, a character that appeared in the Gotham show that I thoroughly enjoyed. What numbers did this one do? Because Professor Pig is a very dark character in nature, and that seems to fit in with his universe. This book sold 18 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 200%, with a high sale CGC 9.6 going for $52. Raws in the near mint range on average now $17. We'll give you a bit more info about Professor Pig later on. Number 14 on our list is a book that comes from one of the modern day titans now, and that is James Tynion, of course, well known for Department of Truth and Something is Killing the Children. This is a book I passed on when it came out. Kind of regret it now. This is Nice House on the Lake, issue number 1. And that comes from the DC Black Label. Here's your book, guys. I have been looking for this one. This one I'll probably find in a charity shop for a couple of quid. Do like the cover. What numbers did it do, guys? Because collectors seem to think that everything James Tynion touches now turns to gold. His track record is pretty good after all. This book sold 12 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 144%, with a high sale CGC 9.8 going for $75.56. Raws in the near mint range on average now $17. Okay, number 13 on our list. Here's a Marvel book from 2017, and strong rumours are coming out that we are going to get Kingpin, of course, back in Daredevil, the new Daredevil show. I think, is it Born Again? Can't really remember the title. I think that's the one. But yeah, Kingpin is going to be depicted as the mayor apparently, and that happens in this book from 2017. We are talking Daredevil issue number 28, guys. Gorgeous cover. Yeah, it was great to see Charlie Cox back in the Marvel, even if it was the She-Devil, and it was a bit more of a comedic one, wasn't it? But I enjoyed the character, always enjoyed his portrayal. Brilliant actor is Charlie Cox. He's just come out with like a new James Bond thing, hasn't he? This book sold 10 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 212%, with a high sale raw copy going for $18. Raws in the near mint range on average now for that book $7. Okay, number 12 on our list, and we had the Star Wars Vision animated show. I've seen 2 or 3 of the episodes. It was okay. It won over a lot of the diehard fans. The short dual mixed different beloved genres and created something extraordinary. Number 12 on our list is the book that accompanied basically the series. We are talking Star Wars, and we are talking Visions, issue number 1 that has just come out. First printing, regular cover, guys. There it is. yeah, a lot of it was like anime, wasn't it? I didn't mind it. It was a bit of a change up. I don't like things though too much that aren't basically in canon. What can I tell you about it? Well, it sold 55 copies, this one. That's a lot. Giving it a 7-day trend plus 222%. With a high sale raw copy going for $18 near mints on average now. Settling in at $5. But the hottest part of this book came from the New York Comic Con variant that hit a record high of $326 raw. Number 11 on our list. Here's a book from Marvel, another recent release, as was Star Wars Visions. Yeah, the rumour mill is swirling quite a bit about the character Bloodline, who's basically the daughter of Blade. And this book features the second appearance of Bloodline and her first cover, along with 2 more first appearances in Ravenette and Vince. Number 11 on our list, guys, is Crypt of Shadows, issue number 1. Like I say, another new release. I have Bloodline's first appearance in that free comic book day book. Here it is, Crypt of Shadows, issue number 1, guys. If I see that book on the cheap, I might snag it. Like I say, the character is rumoured to make an appearance in the Blade movie. But at this point, it is just rumours, guys, isn't it? After all, until I see it announced properly, I won't believe that. This book sold 61 copies, giving it a 7-day trend plus 246%, with a high sale raw copy going for $12. Near mints on average now $6. But I do think Bloodline does have a future at some point. We're there. We're into the big top 10, guys. Let's keep it going. I spoke about Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I talked about the 1 in 25 incentive from Peach Momoko. This time we've got another incentive. It is a 1 in 50 and it comes from Bill Sienkiewicz. Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man, issue number 1, guys. Another of the big artists have got on board with this one, basically depicting Spider-Man as a bad guy. And I have 1 or 2 Bill Sienkiewicz books. I know we've got the Venom Annual number 1, which came from him. But here is his 1 in 50 incentive. These incentives are not cheap, of course. My LCS is too small, don't get them in. This book sold 22 copies, giving it a 7-day trend plus 108%, with a high sale raw copy going for $73. A raw in a near mint copies, near mints on average now are settling in at $38. Back to Geiger, guys. Optioned, of course. I made a hot comic book alert about it. This is Geiger issue 1, the Gary Frank black and white thank you variant. And like I said, this is getting a TV adaptation courtesy of Justin Simien, Jeff Johns and Paramount Television. Post-apocalyptic tale. Here is your cover. And I believe I've seen this one on my travels. I had Geiger issue 1, like I said, and I sold it. And I love my option book, so I will find another copy of that on the cheap. This book, though, sold 13 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 193%, with a high sale CGC 9.8 going for $160. Near mints now for that book will cost you around about $34. Number 8 on our list, Back to Professor Pig. And this is the book I always believed to be his first appearance, because I think the other one is just like I said, an image of just one panel or something. We are talking number 8 on our list, Batman issue 666 from 2007. I believe this is the book I like when it comes to Professor Pig. This book sold 22 copies, giving it a 7-day trend plus 116%, with a high sale CGC 9.8 going for $291. I paid £2.08 for that copy, and that was in the back end of 2017. Yeah, a lot more Professor Pig in this issue. That's the book I like. Number 7 on our list, from 1992. Now it seems that the showrunners have officially found their writer for the film Youngblood. Kurt Johnstad, known for 300, has officially been tapped to script the movie. With news that the film is moving forward, interest has reignited in the character's first appearance. And this book debuts not only the first appearance of Prophet, but also Shadowhawk. Cover A of the book has a title filled with green letters. However, it seems that the pink lettering has been gaining a lot of traction. Number 7 on our list is Youngblood, issue number 2, and we've got the pink logo variant as such. Some people say it's the second printing, but I don't think it is. This book sold 24 copies, giving it a 7-day trend plus 122%, with a high sale CGC 9.8 going for $115. Raws on average now $11. Another mass-produced book. Number 6 on our list, Star Wars. Yeah, we love some Star Wars. This is from 2016, and fans are enjoying the recent Dr. Aphra run with its solid story arcs and character building. And they also want the introduction of new characters and the return of some older ones. And that includes the brilliant Sana Starros, or some may know her, Sana Solo. Number 6 on our list is a holdover from last time's top 20, Star Wars issue 6, the first appearance of Sana Solo. But it's not Sana Solo, Han Solo's wife. It is Sana Starros. This book sold 26 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 114%, with a high sale raw copy going for $23. Raws in the near mint range on average now $18. I've sold 1 or 2 of these. This is the regular John Cassidy cover. This is my best copy. I paid £3.50 for. Number 5 on our list, an IDW book that has just come out. Sometimes a great cover is simply a great cover, and with no spec, it's just needed to drive the popularity. This is what we have here with a cover by John Royal. The retailer incentive quickly doubled in price from retailer value within the week. This is G.I. Joe, a real American hero, issue 299, the John Royal cover. And it is an incentive, and it is a 1 in 10 incentive, guys. And I must admit, it is a nice cover. I have some G.I. Joe books in my collection. I've always enjoyed the films. Here it is. Yeah, I guess the last film was Snake Eyes, wasn't it? Which I enjoyed at the cinema. Took my daughter along to see that. We had a good time. This book sold 24 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 144%, with a high sale raw copy going for $25. Raws on average now in the near range still set you back $21. Okay, moving on. Number 4 on our list, and of course we recently lost the late great. I'm just trying to think of his name. Yeah, of course, the late great William Hurt. And sad news, but he has been replaced by one of my favourite actors, and that is, of course, Harrison Ford. And speculators are out there believing that Harrison Ford is going to eventually evolve into the Red Hulk. Number 4 on our list, guys, is Hulk, issue number 1. Yeah, it's the first appearance of Red Hulk, but we all know it's just on the cover. In this book as well, you get the death of the Abomination. This is the regular Ed McGuinness cover. I've found several of these and made good coin off it in the past. This book sold 36 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 122%, with a high sale CGC 9.8 going for $425. Raws in the near mint range on average now set you back around about $83. Good lord. I remember selling these at around about 10 quid. Paid £1 for this one. They are right there, guys. Go looking. I actually like the Hulk number 2 as well, because that is the first full appearance of the Red Hulk. But it is also the first appearance of A-Bomb. But as well as the regular cover, I've showed it before, I'm showing off. This is Hulk issue number 1. This is the 1 in 50 Ed McGuinness variant. Limited to just 1,500 copies, and I paid 17 quid for that at the GloucesterCon of 2018. Number 3 on our list, I just spoke about the character of Prophet, who is makes his debut in Youngblood issue number 2. Number 3 on our list is Youngblood issue number 2. This is the green logo. Okay, I showed you the pink just now. Yeah, the first appearance and origin of Prophet, it was Jonathan Tyler Prophet. The movie is definitely moving forward. We've got the first appearance of Shadowhawk, is Paul Johnson. First appearance of Kirby, Greylord, Cross, Darkthorn, Hatchet, Psystorm, the Berserker, and Wildmane. Great book, mass produced. What can I tell you about this one? But it sold 20 copies, giving it a 7-day trend, a plus 279%, with a high sale CGC 9.8 going for $105. Raws in the near mint range on average will set you back $13, which is nice because I have seen so many of those books over the years. Number 2 on our list, a book from 2019, a little known comic indie company, Vault Comics. And here is a book that you may not know about. This book is about a father's post-apocalyptic struggle to find the medicine for his son. The apocalyptic event in question is called a wave, a mysterious effect that causes humanity to act irrationally and impulsively at the height of violence. While this book may have passed you by, it has since jumped up to be one of the most popular books of the week. BET Plus has secured a deal to make this story an ongoing TV series. This is the kind of book I love to look for. Number 2 on our list, guys, is Resonant, issue number 1. And that, like I said, that comes from Vault Comics, and it has been optioned. Nice cover there. I like that cover a lot. What can I tell you about it? Well, it sold 27 copies, giving it a 7-day trend of plus 396%, with a high sale raw copy going for $20. Raws on the near mint range on average now will run you $10. And we're there, guys. We're at number 1 on our list. It comes from 2021. I've talked about this book. We are talking a book I sold. This is Geiger, issue number 1, guys. Like I said, I made a hot comic book alert about that. I'll find the book again eventually. This book sold 104 copies, giving it a 7-day trend, plus 254%, with a high sale CGC 9.8 going for $105. Near mints on average now will set you back $12. That's it, guys. That is a wrap. How many did I have out of 20 this time round? Oh, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 20. It's another poor effort. Let me know how many you have in the comments, and stay tuned. I've got my upcoming 1500 subscriber competition. Yeah, I'm fast approaching, guys. Just past 1450. And I've just received a fantastic AOK from my good friend JT Rogers. I'll be making a brilliant haul video about that. And of course, I've still got the spectacular haul, my greatest ever, which I'll be bringing to you in a couple of weeks. Bye for now. Thanks for all your support. Happy New Year.